Get it. Come on. Blast off.
right, fight for your rights. Fight for your right if you feel deceived. Fight for your life if you wanna believe something. You gotta fight for your rights. Fight for your rights. Fight for your right, fight for your right.
Norco College! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2026 Game Development Showcase. I'm your host, Joseph Kawar. And first of all, before we get things started, I just want to thank everyone that made it possible, including Norco College Esports for producing this whole thing. I want to include Cecil and Santiago Canyon College Esports for volunteering and helping out. They also have booths outside. And also, before we get the event started, I want to remind everyone we are giving away a Switch 2. And there is a scavenger hunt outside that you could complete to increase your raffle tickets, to increase your chances at winning. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to first get things started with a very special guest. I would love to welcome the Department of the Chair of the Game Development Department. Sorry. Over 20 years of game experience. Very good developer. I'd love to welcome James Finley.
Thanks for the introduction. Hey everyone, how are we doing today? Woo! Oh, I don't know, 20 of you. Hopefully we can get this a little bit more full. It's an honor to be here, truly. Thank you so much. I mean, I have huge thanks to throw out to everybody who made this possible, and thanks for what's looking like a crazy turnout. I showed up today and I was like, is there like a battle of the bands happening here? And ice cream before 11 a.m. So clearly this is the place to be. I'm the department chair of game development here at Norco College, which is exciting. I've held that position for a little while, which means I've had an opportunity to see not only the college grow, not only the discipline grow, but our students grow. I've had the pride and privilege of seeing our students achieve some of their wildest dreams, I think. It's been amazing to sit with a student and ask them, what do you want to do when you grow up? I mean, I remember being asked that question all throughout my academic life. Elementary school, I was asked, well, what do you want to do when you grow up? And for me, it was never policeman. It was never firefighter. Since I was first asked that question, since before I even knew that being a game developer was a job, that's what I said, because it was what I loved to do. And isn't that what all of this is about? Prior to COVID, Norco College had this deep sense of pride. And that was representative in, I think, the most in our game development students. You'd see them walking around campus proud with big shirts that said gamer on them. And I remember that if anywhere I went, I asked them, like, are you a gamer? I would get this really proud response. And like, of course I'm a gamer. That's also how I used to start all of my classes. I would ask, who here is a gamer? And I would almost get, laughed off stage because everybody was, and they were proud to be a gamer. I feel like something's changed over the last 6 years or so. And I don't want to go and blame COVID for everything, but something's different. I don't see as many gamer shirts out there. Whenever I ask anybody, are you a gamer? Even in my game development classes, I don't have as many hands go up. Which leads me to ask the question, well then why the hell are you here? Why are you taking classes like this? Why are you telling me that this is the sort of position and job that you want to hold when you don't have the sense of pride to raise your hand and say, I am a gamer. This is what I love to do, and this is what I want to be. So I don't know what's happened to that sense of identity, but I am so overjoyed that I see it here today, because by virtue of the fact that you are here, maybe it doesn't mean that you're a gamer, maybe it doesn't mean that you play games, although I highly doubt that, but you care enough to know that games matter. Whether you pop open your phone because your butt has just hit the toilet seat and it's time to play a little Candy Crush, or you're that late night raider who has just been graduated to main tank and you're raiding, I don't know, whatever the kids are playing these days. Or if for you, gaming simply means opening up a streaming app and watching someone else play, I think you're a gamer, and I think you're a brother and a sister to me and to everybody else in this room. So today, Norco College celebrates you, our gamers, whether you like it or not, and we celebrate the fact that video games matter, and this is a great place to start if your journey is to make them. So without further ado, I'm going to hand this mic over to someone.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for James Finley. All right, everybody, how we doing today? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know we have a lot to unfold. There's a lot of things going on with this event today. I want to ask you guys, who here likes games? I'm sure we all do, right? Yeah. All right. We're gonna do a little game here, okay? Just to ease things in, get our day started. I hope everyone's having a good morning, all right? Up behind me on screen, we're gonna have some game trivia. Now, it's gonna zoom in on a character from a game, and as it zooms out, I want the person in the crowd, first person to guess it correct, they will win a raffle ticket. More raffle tickets, increased chances at the Switch too, all right? Who's ready, all right? Can we get the the question up on screen? Who said that? He got it. That was quick. You said it. Who said it first? Both of you guys. I think I heard you guys say it at the same time. Come here, both of you guys get one. Come on. Can I invite you two up on stage? All right, ladies and gentlemen, two people guessed it at the same time, so they're both gonna win. Actually, what's your name, man? Eddie. And who we got here?
Desmond.
All right, guys. Desmond and Eddie won. Here's your guys' raffle tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, give a huge round of applause for Desmond and Eddie. All right. I'd love to personally invite 4 people from the crowd to come up on stage and participate in some game trivia questions. If you come up and participate, you'll get a guaranteed raffle ticket, but if you win, you'll get an extra one. Can I have 4 volunteers from the crowd? You'll have him. Let me get you in the middle right there. You in the white shirt. And I'll get you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge welcome to our 4 contestants. Can I get everyone's names here? What's your name, sir?
Travis.
All right, Travis. Can I get your names? Min?
Devin.
Devin?
Travis.
Oh, 2 Travises up on stage. All right. So, here's how it's going to work. So, behind me on screen, we're going to have 4 rounds going through 1 through 4. Okay, so Travis, you're going to be contestant number 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to have more questions up on screen. Same thing as we just did it here with everyone else in the crowd. If you guess it correctly, you will get another ticket. Okay? Now, before we begin, let me hand everyone their tickets now, all right? Thank everyone for coming up here and participating, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a huge round of applause. All right, everyone. I'd like to have everyone off on the side right here, just so that way people in the crowd could see. Okay, we're going to do 4 rounds here, all right? Now, Travis here is going to be our first contestant.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, you ready?
Is it just me?
Well, 4 rounds, so everyone's going to have their own question.
Got it.
All right. Can we get the first question up on screen?
Whoa. Oh, dude. I know what it is. It's Luna, but fuck. Sorry, hold on.
Is it Luma? You get it right?
I don't know.
He said Luma.
I said Luma. I don't know what the star's called though. Oh,
You're right.
oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a huge round of applause for Travis. We'll give you your extra tickets. Oh, let me give you your ticket. If I can find it somewhere, huh? Here you go, boss. All right. You want to stay on stage or exit now? Okay. No, you can stay. All right, Min. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move on to round 2. Give it up for Min. You ready, Min?
Yep.
All right. Can we get the second question up on the board?
Oh, Bob. Oh, Bob.
Did we get it? He said Bob. Sure that's your final answer?
Yep.
All right. We'll see you right now. And he's correct, ladies and gentlemen. Give a huge round of applause for Min. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Going on to our third question here with our third contestant. Give it up for Kevin. Can we get the third question up on board?
Tomato Town?
Sure that's your final answer? You sure? Are you sure? You sure? All right. You sure? You sure? You sure? You might switch it up? All right, final answer.
Yeah, final answer.
All right. And he's correct. Give it up for Kevin, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're on to the final round. Travis. Last round. Last question. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's get it going. These are hard questions, ladies and gentlemen. Not easy. You got 15 seconds. They got it correct, ladies and gentlemen. That's 4 for 4 on our contestants. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have the contestants up in the middle of the stage? Ladies and gentlemen, can I give a huge round of applause to our 4 contestants? All right, gentlemen. Appreciate you guys playing, man. You did see. All right, guys. However you want. All right, how was that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun, but I'd love to introduce our first guest speaker of the day. He was actually a former Norco college student here. He designs 3D models and makes nothing into literally something, into literally anything it could possibly be. He's the founder of Hoku Props. I'd love to personally welcome Chad Van Wyk! Good, you?
Good. How's it going, everyone? I'm gonna go over here and turn the laptop on to make sure this thing's like actually kicking on real quick. All right, welcome, guys. My name's Chad at Hoku Props. I've been a prop maker for the film and entertainment industry for about 15 years now. 17 years. It keeps going. Yeah, as he said, I was a student here at Norco campus for quite a while, and then I also went to all the different campuses realistically. I was in the game arts program, so I had Mr. Fast back in the day where I got to learn Maya, and we did other things like Mudbox and all that, which I don't even think gets used anymore. But yeah, here's a quick question. My God, that's bright. A quick question for you guys. Who here is programmers? Who here is the artists? Yeah? Wait, you do both? I always felt like the programmer and the game artists were always at odds because, like, I was a game artist, a modeler, and when I would talk to the programmers, they'd be like, "You can't do that," and I'd be like, "Why? I want to do this." And then you guys would be like, "Well, you do both," but then the programmers say, "Just because you can't," and so we were always at odds with each other, and it was fun and eventful, and yeah, it was cool. But yeah, it's good to be back here. So a little bit more about myself. So I work in Maya. I work in ZBrush still to this day. I use some older tools like UV layout, things like that. We've got a bunch of different kind of just reference images and things to show you guys. But realistically, what we do more than anything nowadays is we work with game companies. They'll send us different assets. They'll send us different ideas. We'll do different activations. This guy right here, who plays Monster Hunter? Woo! Okay, so this is one of our costumes. This is Gore Magala. We've worked with Capcom. We've done a bunch of Monster Hunter stuff for them as well. So, and then the other thing that we do a lot of is esports awards. So let me pull this projector down and we'll start going through what we do. Who works in ZBrush? Anyone? That's going to be a good one to learn. So a lot of what we want to talk today is about positioning your business, kind of positioning yourself, how to work with clients, how to kind of develop those relationships. We'll see how much we get through. I do want this to be more of an open QA. So once the projector's kind of gone back up, we're going to turn the lights on in the auditorium, and then we'll just literally have a conversation, if that sounds cool with you guys. See if I can do this one. Oh, you guys are doing it for me. Thank you. Thank you, Travis. All right. So getting started. Is anybody doing commission work right now? One-eye problems. Is anybody doing commission work right now? You guys know what are you doing? What's your name, by the way? Austin. So when I ask if you do commission work, what do you do? Gotcha. So simple 3D modeling, simple 3D animation. And when you're working with clients, how do you tend to be either approached or how do you do outreach on that one? Instagram, TikTok, stuff like that. Are you